I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we are taking a closer look at Action Comics number 984. When Superman and his team are blasted into the Phantom Zone, they will discover a secret about Zod that no one could have seen coming. What'll happen next? Let's hop on in together and find out. Alrighty then, so picking up from where the last issue left off, Zod and the Superman Revenge Squad are gloating over their victory and the complete and utter trouncing of the extended Superman family. Of course, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. There's been dissension in the ranks since the very beginning. And considering that Zod locked away Cyborg Superman, aka the man who brought this team together in the first place in the Phantom Zone with the heroes, it's only a matter of time before this whole partnership ends up breaking down. Meanwhile, in the Phantom Zone, the timeless void wherein everyone walks around like a ghost, Superman makes one hell of an interesting discovery, and that is being thrown into the Phantom Zone the way he was. Well, it cures his blindness he's been suffering with for the last couple issues. They try and hand-wave it away by giving a Star Trek-y, teleporter-y, techno-babbly excuse. And quite honestly, I didn't buy any of it for a second. It's like the writer just said, well, Superman needs to see now, and I need to send him to the Phantom Zone, so I might as well kill two birds with one stone. Now, our heroes are not alone. Cyborg, Superman, and the Eradicator followed them inside. They're there to try and find Zod's army. Only, as you might have guessed, Henshaw isn't exactly a fan of this whole operation, and the Eradicator, who up until now had been a pretty individualistic villain, has completely drank the Zod Kool-Aid and is following his orders to the T. In fact, it would seem like the only person who actually remained loyal to Henshaw, Cyborg, Superman during this whole time was Metallo. Must be a cyborg unity thing. Being the weakest of the team, Zod dispatches Metallo very easily before turning his sights to Mongol, the next biggest hurdle to overcome. He does this by punching him so hard he goes up into space. Zod then comes under attack by the Kryptonian battle armor, piloted by Jonathan Kent. Yes, him and his mother didn't blow up in the previous issue like we all knew they didn't. The interesting thing, though, is John isn't piloting the mech all on his own. Oh, no, he's getting helpful tips and hints from a mysterious voice in the background, a voice that has a very greenish hue to the text boxes. So it's right around here the comic is ready to reveal its big mystery surprise, and do you want to know what that is? Turns out Zod never actually had an army inside the Phantom Zone worth saving at all. Oh no, he moved heaven and earth for the sole purpose of saving his wife Ursa and his son Lord Zod. No word on Uncle Non though. Hey, this is actually the first time we've seen Lord Zod in a very long time. He was a major player in the 2006 Jeff Johns Richard Donner story Last Son. He would also end up taking the name Christopher Kent at some point and was yet another mantle holder of the Nightwing identity, if you can believe it. But neither Superman or the comic mentions any of that, so more or less we're meeting Lord Zod for the first time, it would seem. Now, Supergirl, the only member of the Super Family team who didn't get sent to the Phantom Zone, ends up finding her strength and will to fight Zod some more. Then Lois and Krypto the Superdog get involved. This leaves just big enough of an opening so Superman and the Zod family can end up stumbling back through the Phantom Zone portal. The Zod family just kinda decides to leave for space, even though they outnumber our heroes. Superman can't give chase because he's got to make sure the rest of his team comes through the breach okay. He also makes the executive decision that perhaps Hank Henshaw, Cyborg, Superman should stay behind in the Phantom Zone as punishment for his many crimes, and I mean really what prison could hold him. As the comic winds down, we manage to check on in with the extended Zod family, who have staked out a nice little planet ripe for the picking, a planet in which they swear they will build a new Krypton on its ashes. So that was Action Comics number 984, everyone, and while I definitely enjoyed parts of it, I can't help but feel that this whole arc kinda lost its way halfway through. I mean, who remembers that this storyline actually started with Henshaw getting a magical crystal that allowed him to make himself all robotic again? In fact, a story that kept getting billed as Cyborg Superman's big revenge quest against Superman ended up getting sidetracked and ultimately taken over by Zod, which, hey, is kind of the most Zod thing I can think of, but at the same time, I feel like there was a lot of character development and a lot of story stuff that just fell flat. Even having Superman's team join the fray ultimately didn't mean all that much. For one, they lost right out of the gate, never learned to work as a team, and in the end, the villains defeated themselves. If there's one saving grace, that is the A-team is finally back on the art and the book is looking like how it should. There's also promise of the new Superman family versus the new Zod family down the line, which should be interesting, but still not a great place to leave this story. Overall, I'd give it a 6.5 5 out of 10. There's Action Comics for everyone. I hope you liked it, and as always, why not check out some of these other videos I have available from the channel. Then you can follow me on social media at Cape Joel. And if you want to get a great deal on comic book trades, then please check out my link down below for Book Depository. Every book you buy helps support me and the channel. So until next time, this has been Cape Joel. Thanks for watching.